Hey tribe, welcome to day 6 of Vlogmas with HGDC, HGDesignsCrochet. I'm Heather, and today for Vlogmas I'm showing you a project that I have started. Tribe, I'm beyond excited to go through this one with you. Oh my goodness. So I mentioned earlier on in Vlogmas that I love the thought of coming home and having crochet projects to work on during my time off from my day job over Christmas, and I've been sitting and pondering and just had these fleeting thoughts and ideas in my head of projects that I could work on, and the one that I kept coming back to was a blanket. Tribe, I love to make blankets. Any of you from the early days will know that that's the thing that I started out making. If you watch the About Me vlog, I'll tell you a little bit in there about the first project I made, and also my blanket stack video is a huge giveaway. I just love to make blankets, and it's been such a long time since I made one. And when I was making my granny square curtain, or as I am making my granny square curtain, because it's right here, it really got me back into the mood of making a blanket. And so I've been playing with all of these ideas, and I just had to. And here we are, the start of a blanket that I have started making already, and it's going to be my Christmas 29 project. I have so many things to tell you on this. One quick thing that I will say ahead of time is this has given me an idea for an Advent crochet mal or crochet cal crochet along for us all to make together next year. I want to get a sock yarn or 4-ply advent calendar, and I am going to make some granny squares and half granny squares with that and make a blanket design, and I'd love to make a crochet mal out of that, crochet cal, next year. But let's not jump ahead of ourselves. I'm just putting that thought out there so that it can mellow and mature, and then we can give fruit to it next year. So this amazing basket that is keeping all of my yarns in. I have here a stack of granny squares. They are 6 round granny squares, and I am using a 5mm hook. This colour here is the Stylecraft Mushroom. It's not very mushroomy to me. It's more like a lilac-y mauve, and it's absolutely delightful. Then if we take these out, if we unpack these, I've got all of these delightful colours underneath. I've gone with quite a pastel colour palette here. I was just thinking quite refreshing, almost like I want to say little dollops of sorbet, just really refreshing and quite a cleansing colour palette. And then I've got these slightly darker tones in here, and then under here I've got a little bit more pink. Now, work with me here, let me tell you the colours. This grey I got from the pound shop quite a while ago. This sorbet lemon here, oh, I just love it. It just gives a little zing to this entire project. Then this one is the glitter pink from the pound shop, which I have put together my granny square curtain with. Then, and yes, I'm going to need a little bit more of that. I've got plain white, I've got cream. This pink is Candy Floss by Stylecraft. There's some more creams and off-white shades. Then this blue, again, I believe that's a Stylecraft. In case you hadn't realised, I love Stylecraft. This isn't sponsored in any way, I just genuinely really enjoy working with their yarn. I've got a glitter white here, can you see the glitter? That is pound shop. Then this one is a, I think it's just a non-branded DK, they're all DKs, and it's just in a very neutral tone. I'd almost say like a light toffee. this is Stylecraft Shock. I want to say it's Apple Blossom, it's definitely apple. Then this one is Stylecraft and it's their Peach. This is a non-branded minty colour. It doesn't have the armband on, it's like a Tiffany mint. Shock, guess what this is? Stylecraft, winner winner. That's Wild Rose. Stylecraft, I think that's Grape. And then we've got this one which is Boys, I think. It does have the band on in there. It's the Boys double knitting. So I'm gonna work these colours together. I completely stash dived for this blanket. It's gonna be one of those blankets that I keep coming back to. I am not going to be monogamous on this project. I am going to dip in and out of this. It's a great project for on the move because it is a series of granny squares and half squares, or triangles if you want to call them that. And so I can take a colour and whack them up, which is absolutely great. And what I have planned to do is I've got, you can see here, some creams and some whites made up along with the mushroom. And as a bit of a backstory whilst I set these out, my mum has always sewn and she's always made clothing and blankets, and she likes to make patchwork blankets, and it's something that I really like and I'd like to make. However, my forte is crochet, and so I have seen a couple of people on Instagram, I think it's Tipsy Tessie, I'll definitely put it below, and a couple of others who have used crochet blocks to make a similar pattern to that of patchwork, and it's been on my mind for such a long time that I decided to just jump in and use stash yarn to make it work rather than order more, because I do have a absolutely wonderfully abundant stash of yarn and I wanted to use some of it up. So I decided to go with a pattern. I messaged my mum and asked her to bring me a book, one of her quilting books, to church, and so she said, I've got one. I asked your brother to pick the one that was easiest to reach. So she brought a book to me and I opened it, and she'd left it bookmarked at a page, and so I opened it there and it had a block design on it, so I picked it out and decided that that's what I would use as the design inspiration for my blanket. The plan is to use these coloured blocks to make the main design. Use the coloured blocks to make the main design, and then surround it with creams and white blocks. So there would be another white block there, or cream, another half there and there, and all the way around, so it will be blocked in with the creams and the whites. And then I'll pick the next colour and I'll make another design of this shape, which will then be attached onto it using all of these colours. Now I know it's a little bit harder to imagine now because there's only the one block there, but I'm going to sit and work on that, and as it grows bit by bit and as I block the squares, I will show you. These are going to need to be mattress seamed together. That's not something I've done before, so I hope I like the technique because I intend to use it on an entire blanket. What do you think? I think it's going to look absolutely amazing, and it's a really great way to channel the patchwork vibe and to use up stash. I'm really excited about that. I will get the book and I will show you some of the design ideas in there. I also have a quilting magazine. You could use any block design, you really could. The reason I am mixing and matching the cream and the white is because I don't have enough white on its own or cream on its own to make this blanket work without buying more yarn. I don't really want to buy more yarn. I don't border my blankets, I'm not really worried about that. I could probably just pick up 1 or 2 balls of just an off-white and border it, and that would be fine. So yeah, and just look at it. I absolutely adore it already, and it's so much fun to make all of the different segments and to see this basket of yarn waiting for me. Now, this blanket is going to be for this room, my lounge. I don't have a crochet blanket in here. I don't have one that goes with this colour palette. And I think this will just bring together all of the colours that I've got in my gallery wall. My only other thought was to get a colour similar to the wall colour to put it all together with. I do have quite a bit of white. If I pan up here, so this colour is the colour of the wall that's on the back of my, and on the hearth of my fireplace. But I have all of the mantelpiece is white, and the mirror above the mantelpiece is white with gold spray paint on it. So there is the whites in here, so I do really think it will work. And then if we pan up here, that's the curtain colour, neutrals, the bit of gold in there, and then you've seen my feature wall though in the Christmas tree decoration vlog. So I really think that these colours will really bring this room together. I'm going to make a stack of these, and I will show you periodically as they grow. Okay tribe, thank you so much for watching day 6 of Vlogmas. Let me know in the comments below what you think to the design so far, and if you can envisage it, and also what advent projects you're working on, or festive Christmas December 2019 projects you're working on. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, happy making moments and memories.
Look at that.